Are you an aspiring artist who wants to become one, but you don't have the big budget in order to buy beats and things of that nature? Well, lucky for you, I sell beats for pretty reasonable prices. If you want to know more info about it, please DM me at apexboom_ on twitter.com. Typically, leases are $25, and if you want something more exclusive, you can DM me for more info about that. What's up, you guys? It's Apex Boom. Welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be a release guide on how to cop the Nike X Undefeated Kobe Protro 4s that will be dropping in 5 different colorways. You have Court Purple, Fur, Hyper Jade, Orange, and then an exclusive black pair that is dropping only on Nike sneakers. Let's get right into the video. If you guys know how I know, then you will know that this drop right here is a must to go for. The previous collaboration between Nike and Undefeated for the Kobe model did exceptionally well, so you'd be crazy not to go for these to either quote unquote panic sale or to even have you going to for a couple months and make even more money off of it. Now I want to get started first about a little insight about Undefeated. As you guys may know or may not know, Undefeated requires that you use an account when you want to purchase an item from their site. So that means if you want to purchase multiple items, in this case you should technically be good because every model is different. It's not the same model, so you should be fine with trying to attempt to purchase multiple pairs of the Kobe's. But if you want even more pairs, you would have to go and make another account and then attempt to get more. But as you guys also know, a dilemma with Undefeated is the fact that they always cancel. They cancel like no tomorrow. You can be using your main account and it's all of a sudden get canceled. It's really up in the air with Undefeated. I've yet to experience being canceled yet. Thank goodness. I've only been canceled one time for a restock they did for the Jordan 1 Defiance, but that was the only time I've ever been canceled because I copped 2 pair using different accounts. But just be sure when you're making another account, if you're trying to go for multiple pairs, make sure that none of your information is the same. Of course, you should know to use the address method to change around your address. Do not use the same name, don't use the same credit card, use a privacy card if you have to. Nothing should be the same. But aside from that, as you guys should also know, Undefeated doesn't really do anything to reinforce the anti-bot protection system. So theoretically, data center should be good, but I would still run a mixture of both data center and residential proxy, so that way you have the best of both worlds and have a certain set of a range of delays. Typically, I like to set 3 or 4 different delays ranging from different intervals. One would be 500 milliseconds to 1250 milliseconds. The next would be 1500 milliseconds to 3000 milliseconds, and the last one would be 3000 milliseconds to 4000 milliseconds. And that's just typically how I like to do it. So that way, if one doesn't work and somehow it gets screwed up or anything, you still have another set of delays to rely on that look more quote unquote realistic for Undefeated. And also make sure you have capture enabled, because as you guys may know, a lot of sites that typically don't use capture for releases are starting to use capture now, so it would be your best bet to have force capture enabled, so you're all good to go with that. Now, as you guys may know, this release right here is a major cook. For the purpose of this drop, go with Nike sneakers. Make sure that if you're going to use a Nike sneakers bot, which I must say, by the way, have been doing phenomenal. Nike sneaker bots has been killing it. B&B Ghost doing exceptionally well. Success has been great. If you're using one of those, of course, make sure you have Nike US accounts, residential proxies. What else? That's about it. Yep. All you need is that. If you're going for Nike sneakers, with those are the 2 primary things that you need: Nike sneakers accounts, and residential proxies. As long as you have those 2, then everything should go smoothly. Smooth sailing from that point. But let's take a little turn over to the other side, which is manual. Now, if you want to go manual, you should have a pretty great chance of going manual. And the reason I say this is simply because of the fact that Shopify has changed a lot of things around, so it gives ample opportunity for people to go manual easily to go manual. So I would strongly suggest, if you have an account, be logged in and ready to go to your Undefeated account throughout the day, because as you guys know, this drop is random. It could be at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. and if it doesn't drop, then it'll just be at random time throughout the day. So make sure you are ready to go no matter what. So as soon as they drop, they're going manual. Boom, pick them up, add to cart, and you'll be on your merry way. Simple as that. That's literally the first major cook I've ever had on Undefeated. Was on Undefeated. I didn't have a cook group. I didn't have anything. I did it myself. It was for the Nike Undefeated Air Max 97s, the black colorway. That was my first ever cook. The first time I even attempted to go for something, and I took a W. So I was super duper hyped on that. But this drop is it's definitely attainable. Now let's go into a little bit more insight on the exclusive pair that is going to be dropping exclusively on Nike sneakers, and that is the black colorway. The black colorway will only be dropping there, and it will be a shock drop. So if I was you guys, I would definitely make sure to go for those, because in my opinion, those will have the highest amount of resale, or it will accumulate the most value the quickest. It would accumulate the most value the quickest because of simply how limited it is, or how much more limited it is than the other pairs. So be sure to keep that in mind while you're going for this release. This release right here should be super duper straightforward. It's only releasing on 2 places, so it can't be too hard. It's gonna be hard enough as is already, because a lot of people are gonna be going for these 2 places. But as long as you have the right setup, then everything should go smoothly and should go as planned. Now let's go back to keywords. So for keywords, this is what I'll be using personally: Nike, Kobe, Protro, fur. Nike, Kobe, Protro, Hyperjade. Nike, Kobe, Protro, Court Purple. And Nike, Kobe, Protro, Orange. Those are the keywords that I will be using. Feel free to modify them in any way you want. Do whatever you want to them. These are just only my suggestions and what I'm going to use for myself. I wish you guys the best of luck for this drop. Let's cook and see what happens. Hey, it's Kobe Day, August 24th. Catch you guys then for the live cop overview. Deuces, guys.